Hey friends, Paul here from Cool and Quiet. Recently, I was concerned that my window AC's compressor was not kicking in until about 5 minutes after powering up the unit. Now, the fan was going, but the compressor seemed kind of late to the party. And I don't recall that before with previous units. So I called LG's customer service and was assured that that's normal, that the fan has got to be on for a couple minutes, up to 5 minutes before the compressor kicks in. And the representative guided me to LG's service manual for this unit. And reading that was pretty interesting about the insides of the unit, especially regarding the compressor. And I'd like to share with you some of the cooler features about how these things work, and the compressor in particular. You can see here defect of compressor capacitor. I'm seeing that a lot about capacitor checks and the capacitor being a key component to these compressors. And I did some Googling on the part number for this LG, and here's a picture of the capacitor that is in this bad boy. And if I'm not mistaken, you HVAC guys, please, and gals, please weigh in on this. 400 volt capacitor with 3.77 amps. If I'm not mistaken, that's enough amperage and combined with voltage to short circuit several people's lives if they go in there messing around with this thing when it's fully charged. We're talking some serious charge power in this compressor's capacitor. Further down the service manual, compressor will not run, whereas the fan motor runs. After again checking voltage, wiring, the switches. Here we go again, down here, capacitor. Discharge capacitor before servicing. In other words, drain that capacitor before even messing with it. Now, it seems to me that the motor is charging that high value capacitor, which lives in the compressor, and in turn, that's forcing out this high pressure vapor, which comes through the condenser coils. This hot air is being blasted outdoors, and the high pressure vapor is boiling the liquid refrigerant, in this case R32 hydrofluorocarbon, and boiling this refrigerant kind of paradoxically results in cooling. That's the nature of the refrigerant, is that boiling it actually results in cooling, and that's blasted out from the evaporator coils in the front of the unit. And as this liquid pressure drops, as it reaches the front of the unit, as it were, you can see we're reaching the crosshatch area where the balance between the liquid refrigerant and the vapor is met right there, at which point this is low pressure vapor. And here we have the complete liquid boil off point. So the liquid refrigerant is no longer in a boiled state after its cool air is ejected out the front of the unit. Now we have low pressure vapor, which is fed back into the compressor, and the cycle repeats. Hey folks, thanks for watching. Are you in the HVAC industry, or like me, are you just a fan of air conditioners? Post your comments below and stay cool. Hey everybody, Paul here. With another hot, humid season ahead of us, we're ready for some AC maintenance. So the first thing here, I'm taking my AC unit outside and hitting the blower fan and intake grill area with a bleach water solution, letting that sit for a few minutes, and then hitting that with a hose under pressure. Generally speaking, folks, if you mount your window air conditioner level with the windowsill, the designers, the manufacturers have already compensated that 3.62 or so angle downward, as I'm noticing. So basically what you don't want to do is angle this at all forward, not even a degree or two. You want to make sure it's at least level And then automatically you can see the back of my unit outside there. That's the portion that's at that 3.62 degrees, not this front portion that's going this way, because they're angled differently, as you can see. In other words, just make sure that your window air conditioner unit is angled back outside for proper drainage. Else you're going to get too much standing water in the unit. It's not going to evaporate effectively. You could be a candidate for mold infestation, potentially making you and your family sick. So just rubbing in that Frost King Weather Seal tape there. So check it out. Post your comments below. Has this video helped you angle your window air conditioner properly for maximum efficiency and safety of the unit? Thanks for watching. And you'll notice here on these older units, the ductwork is not really in great condition. I've added some here previous years, but there's a lot of gappage there, and there's even more gappage down here interfacing with the back of the unit where the compressor is. That's basically hot air that's just pouring in the front of the unit. Really, really poor design. So what I'm going to do this year is just use some closed cell foam like this, some Frost King weather tape, and I'm just going to cut to dimension to fill in this area for better AC efficiency. Alright, so I've cut some of these foam areas to dimension and sealed up in the corners with, again, Frost King weather seal tape. I swear by this stuff. And I've also done that up around here on the separation between the ductwork and the outer casing, because with time that just gets really compressed. You can see I've done that in previous years as well. I've filled the gap between the AC unit and the windowsill with closed cell foam and covered with a layer of Frost King weather seal tape and Frost King weather seal tape all around the edges of the AC unit, and the plywood partition here cut to size to fill in that gap. And we're ready for another season of hot, humid weather. Give this video a thumb up and post your comments below. Hey friends, Paul here from Cool and Quiet, ramping up for some exceptionally hot and humid weather this 4th of July weekend. I've been noticing that my window unit's AC curtains, the collapsible accordion curtains on each side, are not insulating sufficiently. I still feel a lot of heat coming out of there. Now you could use closed cell foam, but really all I have is cardboard. So I've cut out cardboard to fit the dimensions of that, and then I'm securing that with a rugged kind of duct tape, or you could use weather seal tape. That's going to keep that heat being expelled out of the condenser coils in the rear of the unit. It's keeping that outdoors better. Are you guys double insulating your window AC accordion curtains? I think we all should be. Post your comments below about the best and cheapest way you're going about it. And stay cool, friends. Guys, when your air conditioner filter light comes on, you got to clean your filter. Or if you don't have a clean filter light, you should still be cleaning these nasty filters this summer. I've been running this straight for a few days due to this horrible heat and humidity in the Northeast. And check it out. I just cleaned this about a month ago. Yet check out all the particulates and dust and hair, and they're very fine particles, really doing its job here. So I've shown this before in videos, but what I do is I just run this under water. You can use a mild soap solution if you want, but basically you want to get all that stuff off. And after you've got that all clean and dry, push that carefully back into the filter slot. Helps your AC compressor and motors run more efficiently and effectively. Keeps your indoor air environment clean and healthy with those fine particulates that the filter's doing a good job trapping. Post your comments below and stay cool. There's a design flaw with some of these window AC units in changing the filter. You'll notice that there's really just a few inches here between this and the wall. You want to take care when you're removing this to check on the filter, because The bottom of the filter runs in a track. So what you want to be very careful if you have this situation that I have, unfortunately, in removing this. Apply tension right at the base of this thing. Make sure it's equally coming out, just like this. This is a brand new filter, so it's clean, but about every month you want to check this and clean this out thoroughly. I've done a video on this before, my air conditioner series. So after you've got that nice and clean, this is the tricky part. You want to make sure there's 2 or 3 plastic tabs in here, and you want to make sure that this AC filter is running in front of those tabs. Like I'm going through the second tab right now, and then you want to make sure it's going in evenly. Hit that third tab and secure your filter.